Hello Hot Wheels and Matchbox car collectors. So what I have here is a classic Hot Wheel haul video. And I'll give you a little look of the cars that I will be taking a look at. So this is just a little lot of classic Hot Wheels and Matchbox cars. So the first thing we'll be starting with is, of course, the Hot Rod. But before I do a little review on the Hot Rod, I just want to say thank you all so much for 46 subscribers. If we can get to 50 subscribers, that would be just great. And if I were to get to 50 subscribers, I'll be doing a special video. I'll be going off-roading in my RC car. Also making more stop motions. So sorry I haven't made a video in about 1 or 2 weeks. But I have made a stop motion video which got some views, which is really cool. No, I'm still probably thinking if there's going to be more stop motions coming out. Maybe just one for the 40 subscriber special. And once we hit 50 subscribers, 4 stop motions will be coming out. So what we have here is, it was made in 1998. It's called Track. So you can see in the back the white walls are starting to wear out. Got the side exiting exhaust on both sides. It's a pretty neat little paint job. Paint's kind of damaged, more likely on the sides and the corners. If you see that right there, I don't know if that's in some more exhausts or it's just because it only has it on that on one side. So to the next car. So I'm just going to be picking random cars from the haul. What we have here is a golden Corvette. It's a shame because there's lots of scratches all over it, but still makes it one of my... Look at that glare right there. But this does make it one of my most favorite Hot Wheel cars because I'm kind of a big fan of Corvettes. Has a middle bottom, a middle body, and a black interior. Don't know if the windows are tinted or they're just plastic and you can't. Well, all Hot Wheel windows are plastic. I mean, you just probably can't see through them. So to the next car. So I do have 2 food trucks, and they are made from the same year. I'm just gonna spot out if there's any differences. So the first difference that I know is, as you can see, there is a person in this one. There's no person in this one unless it got broke out. Nope, it's just... So, these have more of the classic Hot Wheel car rims than this one. They have the same food choices, same name, good humor, and the ice cream, vanilla, cherry, chocolate, and strawberry. 50 cents ice cream bars, says it right there. So the next one we got is a VW Volkswagen. I've always kind of liked Volkswagens, but usually the new car models are coming out, I'm not such a big fan with. Even though they're all high-tech and fancy and hybrid. Never been a big fan of hybrid cars. So I've had this car for maybe 4 or 5 years, as long as I can remember. You can hook up trailers to it. I'm going to get a trailer real quickly. So I got a Mazda camping trailer. I'm just going to see if it would fit on there. So it works pretty good, but once you back up a little bit, it works pretty good. Been looking for a car that would be able to pull this, and I think I found the one. Oh, kind of. I can't. There we go. Well, probably not the most perfect car. Well, maybe someday. Okay, for the next car we got, it looks like a... I'm not really sure what this is. It looks like a... It says it's an MG Rover. So this is not such a classic car. It was made in 2001, which is at least 16 years old. Which reminds me, it is almost Christmas time, which is really good to look forward to, and happy Thanksgiving. Now here we have, it's a really, really big engine. on the hood, and I wonder how. I know it's just a toy car, but I still wonder how much horsepower would that be in real life. So my goal is if we can get to 4 likes and on this video, that would be awesome. So here we have, it's kind of an oldie. Most of the paint's missing off, and it looks like almost like an anime character on there. It's a 68 Cougar, made in 2001. I was about to say it's straight piped, but looks like the exhaust is kind of, but is it me, or it looks like the exhaust is kind of off-centered? Nope, well, it kind of is. So if you look at it, see this one's kind of pointing a little bit more further away. Okay, next to the next car. Here we are, we have a pretty interesting Hot Wheel car that I've never seen before. It's called Old Number 3. I don't know if you can see it, but you can probably see some words on the bottom. You have Old Number 3. This car itself was made in the year 2000, so it's at least 17 years old. It looks like a really old race car back in the day. You got the spare tire on the back, the exhaust coming all the way from the engine, got a little steering wheel, and so the interior, all there is just a seat and a plastic steering wheel. Now, I think I have seen one before with all these same wheels on here, but I might be wrong. It might be something else. Here we are, a nice, beautiful looking Mustang, besides all the paint damage. Also, it's missing a window. I have lots of these, but most of them are missing the windows because they can break off real easily. Usually I get them from yard sales since you can't find them in Toys R Us, or I usually shop for my Hot Wheel cars at Walmart. And sometimes Toys R Us. But usually at Toys R Us, all they have are Matchbox cars. So this car itself was made in 1983. So we got the drive shaft, the transmission, the exhaust. The exhaust is nowhere to be seen. Got the gas tank though right there. Also, the hood opens. There's a little detailed engine in there. So I don't have a lot of old Hot Wheel cars that the hood opens, but I'll try to make a video where I'll try to gather some Hot Wheel cars together that have opening doors and hoods, because I know I have some around. And here we got is a Jeep. This car itself was made in 1982. And I don't know what kind of Jeep it is. Looks like a little Ford Ranger, but a little bit more boxy, and has a looks like a Jeep Wrangler front almost. It's a little neat paint design inside. It has a little symbol Hot Wheel. It's a middle body and a middle bottom. So let's go to the bottom. Now, if you can tell me, guys, what is that? Is it supposed to be? Is this like one of the first 4-wheel drive vehicles? Because it looks like they have like 2 drive shafts, like a real tiny one and a long one. You can see the exhaust coming out. But if you know, I've been wondering what this was. I'm not really sure. So if you know what this is in the on the car, I think it's really like a 4-wheel drive vehicle. So if you know what it is, just leave a comment down below. Here we are, another opening hood on a Hot Wheel car. But usually I don't keep all the Hot Wheel cars that the hood opens. I usually just put them in line, or just. I'm a really big collector. If you haven't seen the video, some of my collection, that'll show you. I do love to collect cars and keep them in the package if they're old or maybe rare. But unfortunately, sometimes I wish I had some of these old cars like this still in the package and in mint condition. But what we have here is looks like a Corvette. It's a 58 Corvette. Car itself was made in 1994 by Hot Wheel. So the exhaust, not so crazy about the exhaust. It's something that I wouldn't really want on my vehicle in real life. I mean, it does look pretty cool on a Hot Wheel, but something that I would never put on maybe a dragster, but it's something that I would like to normally drive every day. I mean, living in New York, you can't drive a fancy car when it's snowing, or else you're gonna get stuck. So to the last car. Even though I didn't get through all of the cars, and I haven't made a long video like this in a while, so I'm going to be returning to the classic car reviews when I review one car. So I wasn't really looking forward to making a 11-minute long video, but turns out I just didn't want to review 2 cars of these rare and classic Hot Wheel cars. I mean, some of them are not that rare, but maybe like this is probably rare. I'm not sure. Anyway, we have another hot rod or rat rod, and the price tag is still on there. Let me take that off real quickly. So the car has no name to it, so I'm just gonna call it a hot rod. It was made in 1997 by the company Hot Wheel. Might be long, but it almost looks like a tea bucket. And this one, when I first pulled it out, it almost looks like a Halloween car, but it has a picture of the eagle. Massive V8 engine. Thank you guys so much for watching. Remember, like, subscribe, and leave a comment down below. And make sure you go check out my other channel called Charlie Plays. I play really cool video games on that channel, including off-roading video games and lots more. So make sure you go to my subscriptions and go to that channel. And I'll see you guys next time. Goodbye.